Well, good morning or afternoon, evening, night, wherever it is when you're watching this. It's good to have you here. I personally am grateful for the opportunity to teach at BYU Idaho, and I hope each of you are grateful to be able to be here at the school, whether you're actually on campus in Rexburg or you're somewhere else in the world. We're all part of the BYU Idaho community. Well, this week we're talking about the business program at BYU Idaho. You're going to be getting an overview of the course of why we should study business, or at least why President Clark thinks that students should study business. Now, those of you who know President Clark, who have heard him speak, certainly he doesn't want everybody on campus to be business majors. He and everybody else there on campus recognizes that we all have different hobbies and interests and skills, and it's important that we just choose something and go with it. What President Clark is simply doing in these videos is explaining what business means to him and the role that it plays in society. And so listen to those videos and just get a sense for what you think, and listen also to what the Spirit teaches you and other thoughts that come to your mind. Okay, so for this week, what do you need to do? Well, you have the Career Leader Assessment activity, and I'll be emailing, if I haven't already, some instructions for how to access that. And that's something that you're going to have to include in the portfolio in terms of writing what you learned, what surprised you, things like that. And so that's really the main crux of this week, probably what's going to take you the most time outside perhaps of the reading and the return. The videos by President Clark are short. They're very clear and concise, but they're not very long. And so I would devote most of your time to the Career Leader Assessment. Also, there is a discussion board to complete, and the discussion board question this week is actually something very similar to what you're going to be getting when you take the Board of Review at the end of the semester. And so really what I'm interested in here is to see where you are now at this point in the semester, and then later on when we do the Board of Review, you can talk about what's changed and things like that. So basically what we're asking here is essentially, why do you want to study business at BYU Idaho? Now, there are no right answers. Some of you may be at the point now where you're saying, well, I really don't want to study business, or I really don't want to be at BYU Idaho. Or some of you might be saying, I don't really know what I want to do, so I'm not sure. And others are very certain as to what you want to study and where you want to study it. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but for the sake of this topic, there are no right answers. It's just what you think, and just tell us if you're struggling with your decision, if you're not sure if this is the right place for you or the right major. Talk about that on the discussion board. If you're certain, talk about that, and talk about why and sort of where you are in the process. There was a student a couple semesters ago that said she was thinking of transferring from BYU Idaho. She just didn't feel like it was the school for her. It wasn't really what she wanted to do. She didn't want to major in business, and she was looking for more of a liberal arts degree. And while there were liberal arts degrees that she could have, or emphases and things that she could have taken there at BYU Idaho, she just felt like it wasn't for her. She was also very hesitant, I think. She felt like the students would judge her, that they would think, oh, you're leaving, you must not be worthy, or you must not have a testimony, which is really kind of, well, I won't say what it's just not right. I hope people don't actually think that and don't judge people that way. The reality is there are places that we need to be, and for some it's at BYU Idaho, and for others it's not. There are some people that need to get their their training, their experience in life at BYU Idaho, and others not. And I don't think there's anything wrong with either one. We simply let the Lord lead us, both in terms of what we need to do and where we need to do it, and everything else will fall into place. So I just throw that out there just in case there are some people who are struggling a little bit in their decision for whatever reason. It's okay. Just tell us what you think. All right, and then also after you do the discussion board, just complete the progress report as well. And again, we're now in lesson 2, and so you're even closer to the end. And make sure you're reaching out and you're getting those mentor interviews. Also keep in mind, while it isn't there on the blue screen as required, you do have reading and return to do. There's also the essay, the Disciple Preparation Center, which I think you'll find very enjoyable, and that's something that you'll need to read as well. So that's lesson 2, and I'll talk to you soon. Again, if you have any questions, comments, whatever it might be, please do let me know.